princess, and I think about the diamonds in the sky too often. Do you love me, or have things gone astray? Buckets catch the dreams as they fall from my ceiling, and earthquakes come and go all afternoon. I'm a princess, and I wonder about my neighbors, even though I don't have them, but they're listening to every word I say. Back on the road, back down the road, downtown. I don't have courage, but I have something else, and it's more than words. I'm ridiculous, I'm feeling very particular about my world.
Chaka.
What an interesting song. Tell me where I belong.
Yo!
Tell me what's going on, where I went wrong, and what's the message in this song? Where are the lessons in this song? Tell it to me once
here.
before I'm gone. Respect me, I'm a princess.
Princess.
All the soldiers
Yo.
surround me and make sure I'm lonely through the daydream.
I'm still trying to figure out how loud that's gonna be. Yo, everybody, what's going on? Buckets. Feel the rain. Going on Twitch? Are we? Oh my god, why is everything messing up today? Oh my god. Alright. We got people. Hey. Dude. Okay. So, Patreon is a little bit of a mess right now. I'm sure some of you all might have seen Luke from the DM Layers video. Not that it super impacts me, but I'll kind of let you all in on like kind of what's going on with all that and kind of where I'm sitting, because Patreon seems to have rolled out an update of some kind that is bungling things up over there. So for Patreon sponsors, I wanted to let you all know kind of what was going on, because I was hoping to get more content out over there coming up here soon. So, and that's gonna distract me. Yo, all right. I'm not totally sure what happened, but I'm only able to see Patreon from the member side of things. I'm not able to actually get in as a creator. Something about like, you know, because I'm supporting other people on my account. So like, you know, the people I'm subscribed to, you know, Bob Worldbuilder or whatever, it will allow me to get in as a member, but it won't allow me to get in and see the creator side of things. From what I've talked about with other creators, I don't know of anybody that's experiencing the exact same thing, but a lot of these other people just have creator profiles. They don't have member side of it as well. So I don't know. I've emailed Patreon letting you all know. There's a little bit of a delay on that. The only thing that's really holding up right now is I was getting out. Those of you that were a part of the stream the other day, where Deficient Master hopped on, right? So we had a talk. I've talked about me doing a review of Curse of Strahd for a little while. So I've talked about doing this review for about 3 months now. I've been working on it like crazy. Essentially, after doing the D&D 2024 review, a lot of the issues that I have with Curse of Strahd honestly, it's just going to feel like a lot of a repeat of what I was saying over in the D&D 2024 video. Formatting issues, yada, yada, yada. And I'm like, oh my God, yeah, these are going to be like really similar. And there's just kind of a like, not really seeing a whole lot of, I don't know, a whole lot of engagement with 5e content right now on YouTube that I'm like, I don't even know that this is going to be worth it to do. I think that this is going to be yet another video where I'm kind of like, hey guys, here's another WotC book. Boy, this thing sure sucks, right? And I'm like, I don't know. I'm just kind of exhausted with it. So, I was going to put this out where I was going to say, hey, here's the script I was working on. The Curse of Strahd script. And I'm like, if you guys want it, here you go. Like, it's a written review. But, like, for me, I'm just kind of not really feeling putting the work into it for, like, a video, right? I think there's other stuff that I'd love to get to and cover, especially coming up with, like, Halloween, that I'm like, man, I just don't think that this is going to be the really cool one to get out there right now, you know? Like, I would rather come up with, like, what are the cool things to cover? I think Eat the Reich would be really super sick for a video. I reached over here, and I just realized, like, you guys just kind of see me, like, do that. And I was reaching over here to, like, show it. I don't know. I'm a fucking professional, okay? Eat the Reich. I thought about doing a video on that. I also want to cover a lot of, like, system neutral stuff that I think is going to make for a really cool video. But yeah, so just kind of an update for, like, Patreon sponsors. There's a weird issue going on with the site right now. I'm not really sure what's happening with that, but yeah, I'll keep you guys posted, like, as I hear from support over there. But yeah, other than that, I guess, yeah, if you guys have any questions, feel free to hit me up over on the Discord. I'll definitely let you know, keep you guys up to date on all that. So sorry to sponsors, we're working on it, but you ain't missing this. With that, what now? All right, let's make this prettier so that you guys don't just see nothing but the grid. All right. Wow. Okay. Overprint. All right, cool. So we made some progress ever since yesterday. I kind of want to do this as a demo too, to make like a lot of third-party creators that are interested in checking out Shadowdark kind of take a look and be like, oh wait, that's how easy it is to make a class for this thing. These are very light loads, like very, very light loads. And the Shadowdark Discord is actually pretty active on giving feedback on what all you've done, you know, like if you've been homebrewing, yeah. Random thought, but somebody should stream a one-shot using the Cosmere beta if people are allowed. Could be cool. Yeah, there are one-shots here on YouTube that you can check out. They did a stream with the design team. I want to say that was on the Brotherwise Twitter page. So if you go check that one out, yeah, you should be able to see like a full-on playthrough of a one-shot. Only reason why we haven't really done that is just time. it's time. That takes some work. There's also the High Rollers that did a actual play with it. So yeah, you can go check that out there. But so one of the new ones I did, let me take a look. There was, I think the Merchant we got done on the stream yesterday. The Pugilist is new. The Tinkerer is new. And by the way, for anybody that's like, God, how long is this taking to do this one? Honestly, it only took me about, the Alchemist is one I had already written, but aside the Alchemist and everything else here, writing for Shadowdark is really, really not a hard system to write for. You can probably make a class within an hour. Like, easy. Once you get a voice for the, once you understand a bit of the voice for the game, it's pretty cake, you know. Is there a shaman in Shadowdark? I think there is, actually. Yeah, I am pretty sure that there is, and it's a part of the... There's another cursed scroll that I think it's a part of that I would have to hunt down and get you the exact answer on that, but I am pretty sure it's in Cursed Scroll 3. because in the one shot I was playing of it, there was a character that was playing a shaman. So it might be something that's a little bit more particular in the naming of it, but yeah, I'm like 99% sure there already is one. It's a shame that you won't do the Curse of Strahd video, but you understand your feelings, and honestly, yeah, best to use that energy and time to show other RPGs. Would love to read the review for sure, though. Yeah, I'll drop it as a written review over on the Patreon, because, like, I still think I had thoughts that are still valid on it. There's still a lot of critique that's probably still worth getting out there, but yeah, I'm like, I am thinking the best thing for me to do at the moment is just to, like, kind of put that to the side, and I'm like, look, that's a book that I at least now can say that, like, I feel like I've done a lot of heavy research on and can speak intelligently about why I don't like 5e's writing. Yeah, well, not so much writing, but it's more of a book production issue, you know. The adventure itself looks really cool. I would probably still even try to run it at some point, but it would have to be a heavily modified version. So, but yeah, I'll get the written review out at some point. Now, speaking to that, getting over here. So, talked about the dancer yesterday. I did a little bit of work on this. Let me talk about the Pugilist real quick. So, this one feels like it could be a pretty simple layout, or loadout rather. So, I think all it really needs is, so Shadowdark #1 doesn't really have specific rules for for brawling combat, for like what happens whenever you punch somebody or kick somebody. So I decided to go ahead and write that in, and this is gonna kind of key off of that right here. So what it's doing, fisticuffs, your brawling attacks deal D4 damage, and when you attack, you can make two attacks with brawling weapons. So pop pop, right? Unshaken, you have advantage on strength checks to overcome an opposing force and to break restraints. And then tough, you reduce damage you take from attacks by half your level, right? So what I think that this is a good loadout. It's very simple, and in the talents, they're getting roll an extra hit points die this level, akin to what the Roustabout is getting. +1 to brawling attacks and damage, +2 to strength, dexterity, or constitution stat. You get this as a upgrade. Your brawling attacks now deal 1d6 damage, and then choose a talent or +2 points to distribute the stats at 12, right? So cake, right? From here, I'm kind of like looking at what would it be missing or what would it need, because it's a very simple loadout. Yeah, very, very low numbers. Yep, Paper Mario math. Yep. This is really good. Like, really, really good. At 10th level, we're talking about reducing attacks by like 5. That's crazy good. And actually, if I'm taking a look here, yeah, that might be too good. Because, yeah, even the, like, the Kraken hitting you for 2d12, each one you're reducing by 5 is a little bit meh. Is there anything like Stunner Days in Shadowdark? Kind of. Hey, what up, Tin Can? It's probably too good. The thing is, like, this is operating a bit like armor in Vagabond. Well, okay, Benbun, I guess. You change your name like every 3 streams. But no, there's not like a condition necessarily like Stunner Days in Shadowdark. It's just kind of like some stat blocks might say it, you know? Maybe 1d4 -1. Maybe? Maybe? Any reason they don't get stabs, swords, bucklers? Historically, pugilists before mid-8th century were trained with them in Europe. Because we're going with what everybody is going to see a pugilist being in, like, modern, like, whenever people are thinking of a pugilist, they're not really thinking of, like, historical accuracy. Then you can add a talent to upgrade the tough. Like, yeah. Your brawling attacks deal 1d6 damage. You could say your tough die increases to 1d6. Like, your tough talent, or your tough feat, what, tough effect? Because usually it's like choose a talent at the 12. Roll an extra hit point die this level is really good. Everybody's gonna want this. What do we think? What's gonna go? Yeah, choose a talent +2 to distribute. Yeah, that's just universal for every class. This is so good, though. Like, this is really cake to add on to them right here. The brawling attack's dealing 1d6. Either the tough increases to 1d6 or the 1d4 minus 1 becomes 1d4 plus 1. That 1d4 plus 1 is probably way too good. I don't know. I think we're kind of good leaving it here. You no longer subtract 1 from the 1d4 might be a thing. So we're removing a calculation, you know? How hard would it be to adapt Runekeeper into Shadowdark? I mean, the deal with that is that because Shadowdark doesn't use like subclasses, it would probably wind up being the kind of thing where like it might not deliver on the modularity that people are wanting. But a Runekeeper in here, it would probably involve writing its whole other like 1st to 4th level spells. It could potentially do something like, hey, you learn these wizard spells and can cast them as runes and whatever that would be, but that feels like, ugh. It's a level of crunch that I'm just not really eager to write for any TTRPG right now at the moment, honestly. Like, whenever I wrote the Runekeeper, I was like, alright, cool. So, like, here's this idea. I want to expand out runes to show WotC, like, aha, this is how you could do it, and you guys just don't want to do a magic system. Let's get that. Look, I love you, MC Chris, not right now, though. Yeah. Yeah, I'd be hesitant to do it right now. Like, I think you could get that same kind of a concept like you've got right there, even there, just by swapping like runes for scrolls, right? Is there already a scholar or scribe class? I don't think so. I don't think so. I thought about some kind of a scribe the other day, like a scholar scribe, you know, yeah. I thought about like a philosopher. I'm kind of just seeing like how many, like what all can we get in here, right? Is Spellblade inspired by Rogier from Elden Ring? I haven't even gotten that far. Like, yeah, we haven't even really got that far into it at all. I just feel like this is a good loadout. But what is this missing? You enjoy Phil's Ossifer? Not familiar with it. I don't know. Those of you that are familiar with Shadowdark, how is this feeling right here? Have I not beaten the DLC yet? I was exhausted by the time I got to the final boss, and I was just like, my problem with it was there seems to only be one really viable means of taking him down, and I don't know, man. I felt like, okay, this is cool. It's here. I'll probably get to it one day, but I've got so many other things I want to do right now. I still fucking love the game. Still love it. I still think the DLC is fucking fantastic. I still think everything they were doing with the lore in the DLC is intriguing. But yeah, I am just personally kind of like, I love it. It's cool. I need to go do other shit right now, though. Class based on Taller would be cool. Temporary deaf or blind or something? Hikari? I have no idea who that is. Like a toxicologist? Could be. Like, I've kind of written the Alchemist where you could go that route. So I'm kind of looking. So for people that have played Shadowdark, right? For people that have played Shadowdark, I'm really curious about how you feel about the loadout here. Like, for those of you who have, what are we thinking here? Because this is I know this is a light loadout. I don't know that it needs much more. Reading Hikari power from JJK's and experience. It's like literally JJK. Oh, Jujutsu Kaisen. Yeah, I watched like 3 episodes of it, and I was kind of like, oh, okay, I can see how this would appeal to some people. Yeah, I just kind of like zoned out a bit on it, though. I'm kind of just that way, though, whenever it comes to like most anime these days. Unless it's doing something vastly different. The kind of like shonen protagonist thing, I'm just sort of like, ugh, on at the moment. Maybe someday I'll like get back into it and whatnot, but like, oh god. I think like this is how goofy it is, right? Like the last animes I watched that I was like, yeah, getting into. It's like, you know, Delicious in Dungeon was like, all right, this is fun. The last one that I got into and got fucking hooked on though was Spy Family. If you want to know where my mind's at on like anime taste right now, yeah. Is there a grapple system? Then it must be opposite for Unshaken must be appropriate. So I wrote one in here because I don't think that it's really solidified on grappling all that much. But basically it's just this right in here. Punches, headbutts, and kicks are melee attacks that deal 1 damage. If this attack hits, you can choose to forgo the damage and do one of the following instead. Grapple until the start of your next turn, the target can't move, and makes attacks with disadvantage. That's it. What simple dice pool RPG do you recommend to learn or play? ENnie, well, okay, I say ENnie. I still think that Vaesen is like the easiest Year Zero engine game you can get into. Although I will say, Eat the Reich is probably right there next to it. You might prefer Eat the Reich because it's a very similar system, but your chances of success are way higher than they are in Year Zero engine games. You're succeeding on a roll of 4 or higher, whereas with Year Zero games, you're typically rolling more d6s, but you have to roll a 6 in order to pass. So, like, the dice pool is a bit more generous with Eat the Reich, but like Vaesen is like, if you want to start to get to know like dice pool system games, this is like really good for that. I have heard a lot of people recommend the Alien RPG. The only reason I don't recommend that one as a starter for like these is because Alien RPG does something that's a little bit unintuitive, and that's that not succeeding on the check doesn't always mean a failure. And some people might be like, oh, well, you know, newer players will just love, you know, they're going to pass more often. And it's like, it's just a little bit hard to intuit that it's like, oh man, I didn't roll well. And they're like, no, this still means you passed. So I'm like, Oh, oh, but oh, so what is that? You know, it's yeah. You saw my tweet about Scribd. You didn't know they run ads. Yeah, I didn't fucking know they did either until I found Vagabond up over on Scribd, where someone was running fucking ads in order to view my pirated work. Yeah, Scribd, go fuck yourselves. Holy shit. Like, running ads off of stolen work? Are you fucking kidding me? I'm all about trying to make stuff accessible and whatnot. All about that, right? That's why I made the quick start. That's why I made the quick start. I have offered up so much of my fucking lifeblood for free. For absolutely free. Trying to do everything I could to make everything accessible. And yet, fucking bloodthirsty goddamn pirates out here are taking my work and then running ads on it. Are you fucking kidding me? Because like, what's the point of you? You completely lost your justification the moment you paywalled pirated content. What? What? I no, as far as I'm concerned, Scribd needs to get shut down. That's, if they're gonna refuse to moderate that and leave it all up to like automation, no, they need to get shut down. Fuck that. I'm honestly gonna be really shocked if there isn't already like multiple lawsuits against the site. I actually, if there was one that was going on, I'd be super interested to follow it. If any of y'all know, please give me a shout. Probably should have bought the freely humble bundle for Forgotten Lands Voss and the non-core Tales from the Loop stuff. Yeah, you know, I really like Tales from the Loop. I love a lot of the world, but I have a feeling that I'd have a hard time creating stuff for it, in a way. After watching the series, which, by the way, absolutely fucking slaps. Boy, I was not expecting much of anything whenever I was watching the Tales from the Loop series. Dude, that is one of the better horror series that has been created in a while. Yeah, I highly recommend, if you've ever watched, like, what's it called? Devs? And you like that kind of horror, like, kind of like, you know, the horror of moving towards a singularity or AI or whatever, and you like that kind of, if you're cool with existential horror in a way, Tales from the Loop could absolutely fucking be your jam. Yeah, it explores a lot of themes that I'm like, this is fantastic, love it, love all that weird, like, let me explore all the cerebral shit in my mind and everything. But I can understand how some people, here's my number one tip. Do not watch it high, okay? If you think the best thing for you to do that was going to sound like a great weekend is to like smoke up and like be like, hey, you know what? I heard Taron said Tales from the Loop is really good. Don't come to me on like Monday being like, oh my god, man, I'm locked into a fucking loop in my brain and I can't fucking escape, man. What'd you do to me? No, that was your own fault, all right? You really wish it was a proper Carnival Row RPG, not just a cipher packet? I have no idea what that is. In your few shot campaign, mainly did one attack. Often 1d4 damage attacks are uncommon and are normally tied to a condition. 1 to 3 damage reduction can deal with a low level attacking condition, 4 to 5 attack. You're talking about Shadowdark, right? Yeah, 4 to 5 can also deal with a mid-level attack plus condition. Yeah, I think that this is pretty fucking good, actually. Like, if we can deliver enough with a punch without needing to, like, yeah. I don't know a Carnival Row. No, I'm fucking with you. No, I legitimately, I have no idea. I've never heard of this. What is it? Carnival Row? Looks like berries in steampunk London? Question mark? And a fairy rekindle a dangerous affair in a Victorian. Damn it! You got close. Fantasy world. Where the city's uneasy peace collapses when a string of murders reveals. So, fairies in Victorian... Oh, there's a satyr. okay, maybe it's cool. Did it get canceled though? Because I don't want to really get into a show that they wound up canning. Because if it's good, then I'm like, oh wait, Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 49%? Woof. You wonder what happened with A Hero. He made some nice videos, like the Marshall one. A Hero made Marshall one and then went MIA. A Hero? I'm not familiar with who that is. It's not that bad. What, Carnival Row? There were fairies, trow, centaurs, fawns, werewolves, etc. Yeah, I don't know, like, I've been kind of down to get, like, into a TV show that I haven't watched yet. I'm just not really sure what I'm into getting into right now. Like, what kind of time I would really want to put towards one, right? I thought about putting on Firefly just because I've never actually watched it. But because I never watched it because everyone was like, either they get super obsessive about it and they're mad forever because it got canceled, or like it's like, oh, okay, yeah. I wonder how bad the Borderlands movie. Heard Rotten Tomatoes had a field day with it. Yeah, best review I've actually seen from it was from Alana Pierce so far. Have I got any further in Undertale? No, I haven't actually played it in a while. I'll probably like restart it on stream or something like that. Oh, I like Doctor Who. To me, Doctor Who ended whenever David Tennant's run ended there. Never connected with Matt Smith. I just always kind of felt like he was a bit of a smug bastard, and I was like, I don't know, man. I just can't. I'm not feeling the vibe. You're so there if I stream it. Yeah. I mean, I loved like having David Tennant on the show. Fucking great. For me, Doctor Who will always be peak at David Tennant. And I don't know, I just kind of like, all right. I moved on to greener pastures, I kind of feel like, you know. Firefly's good, but while it didn't get other seasons, it got revived in the comics. Yeah, because you want to know, there was a really good show that I was not expecting to be good, because it was a sci-fi show, but I fell in love with the premise of it and found out that it was written by George R.R. Martin. It's called Night Flyers. And the show was so good, it actually convinced me to read the books, and the books fuck as well. Yeah, Night Flyers. You see. No, I can't. I don't know that I can pull this up on stream. There is a lot of dark, heavy moments with the show, but holy fuck, it was good. And I think it ended on a cliffhanger. Are they not gonna... Come on. There's no way this only got a 5.9. That's completely unjustified. No, Rotten Tomatoes giving it a 38 is really fucking stupid. They're probably really mad that it didn't get another season. Yeah, they ended this on a cliffhanger. And if it doesn't get another season, then like, okay, well that sucks. Yeah, that's where the Githyanki are from. Yeah, and super funny history about how all that ties in. So like, George R.R. Martin actually got started writing, he got started writing sci-fi horror. And this was one of his series in this universe he had built out. And funnily enough, there was a fan who submitted a homebrew race for D&D to White Dwarf. And TSR didn't know that the Githyanki were actually swiped from George R.R. Martin's, George R.R. Martin's, like, sci-fi horror universe. And, like, it fucking wild. So White Dwarf, like, reprints it, and everyone's like, oh, this is a Githyanki. Okay, sweet. We're gonna, like, let's go into all of our, and, like, they just made it official. And George R.R. Martin was so cool, he was just kind of like, oh, okay, there you go. Well, that's what that is, right? And that was it. That was it. But no, for real, this was not a bad watch. If you are looking for, like, maybe something that you could finish in a weekend, and be like, hey, you know what? Like, kind of a dope series. Dude, Night Flyers was pretty sick. And I am not like a big sci-fi guy. I'm not. And so like, if I thought this was good, you know, at least like, I'm not just saying that because I like sci-fi shit. No, I actually really got into darker like space horror because of this show right here. It was pretty fucking good. I don't know if you watch it and you have opinions on it, let me know next stream because shit, I thought it was pretty fucking good. Yeah. Rotten Tomatoes is confused Garbo 80% of the time. Wait, you hear the crazy theory that the reason that magic is returning to Westeros is because the giant alien from Night Flyers is the comet during Daenerys' birth? Dude, if that was the case, legitimately, okay, if that was the case, then George R.R. Martin literally just repurposed all of... Then George R.R. Martin was sitting on that and just doesn't think that didn't think that A Song of Ice and Fire was going to really reveal that, and he reused it for Elden Ring. That is the exact fucking plot for Elden Ring. Like, sure, it's spoilers, but like, Jesus Christ, at this point, like, if you haven't checked it out, like, dude, you're willingly missing out on the fucking everything with that, right? Yeah, actually, like, that's just Elden Ring. Like, that's... And if George R.R. Martin was just reusing that, if, like, dragons are aliens or some shit like that, that's super funny, if that's the case. It makes a lot of sense for Elden Ring's world. God damn it, that's so fucking funny. If that's what happens, Ooh. Oof. Alien Dragons is a cool idea. Yeah, I thought so too. That's why I put him in Vagabond. Software uses everything. Do they? With how I've seen storytellers repurpose unused story beats, that would be the furthest off. Yeah, I saw a thread actually the other day that I thought was kind of funny. So it was a creator who I think this was Hodag actually. Yeah, Hodag, who is, I mean, I like Hodag's stuff. Hodag's a great artist in more of the like OSR kind of style stuff. But yeah, Hodag was writing about like how his least favorite trope or whatever. I'm paraphrasing here. But like how he absolutely hates the twist of like, oh, we're in a dungeon and it turns out it's a spaceship. And like Hodag thought that like, okay, I was just exhausted of seeing that. I get it. Right? It got done in Expedition to the Barrier Peaks. And now it feels like, I mean, I've even been tempted to write that before, right? Because I was like, ooh, sick. Yeah, we'll try that. Are dragons outers or cryptids in Vagabond? They're cryptids, but there's a dragon outer for Vagabond, the Vaya key. Oh, you mean like the assets, like the rigging and everything? Yeah, no, I mean, 100%. The little like imps in the dungeons are just the, what are they? The hatted guys, the fucking hooded bandit dudes from Dark Souls 3 or whatever. Yeah, oh, everyone knows that. We're talking about the lore. Is that a funny thought about, Valyrians are a civilization that was visited by ancient aliens who taught them a genetic modification. They turned lizards into dragons. It's kind of cool. Like, I get it, right? I get it. But I'm also like, okay, so what's the other, like, weird twists you can do on that, right? What's the other stuff? Like, I love the idea. I love the idea, right? I think that it's fun because it's a little bit unexpected. But I think that's just, it's Gonzo fantasy, you know? That, like, that feeling of mixing the sci-fi with fantasy is just, it's Gonzo, right? So, like, but where else can we take it, you know? Like, if the intent is that this is like, okay, we can't use this plot line again. Because I felt this way. Here, I'll pull up Rook and the Crook. You guys will see where I was taking notes about, like, things I feel like I've been doing that are cliches. Okay. So, like, things that I feel I do that are cliches are, I want to avoid this real bad. Okay? I like the idea of portals in fantasy that feels like, ooh, cool, what's that mystery? But I feel like I'm seeing it everywhere. Like, okay, so what can we do differently this time, right? Like, there's a weird anomaly here. I saw a picture on Twitter that I was like, that is super evocative. I love what that does for the theme of like this adventure I'm writing of like, someone said that this adventure felt a little bit analog horror, and I was like, okay, sick. I love that vibe. So I'm going to continue forth with that, right? Like, wait, wasn't sci-fi fantasy literally in the first ever played D&D setting Blackmore? You'd have to ask someone that was like way more experienced on the D&D lore than me. Then yeah, that's like above my pay grade. So like, I wanted to do something with this. So I saw this super evocative image that it was just like there was a red floating rectangle in the middle of this like trail, and it's glowing. And I was just like, there is something so fucking cool about that. It's just something that is not natural here, right? A luminous tall rectangle, I guess is what we should say. Luminous rectangle. I just thought that this was such a like interesting, like, ooh, this is weird. What can we do with that, right? Like, what is this that isn't just a portal, you know? Like, that's the first thing my mind always goes to easily, like, it's such a fantasy cliche. What's the problem that's occurring here? A fucking portal opens up and suddenly bad shit pours out, right? I'm like, okay, what can we do that's different, right? Like, no shame to it. The cliches are fine. The tropes are fine, right? But to me, personally to me, I wanted to deviate from it, you know? So I'm like, what could this be? That's what I wanted. I was like, oof, what can this be that feels like it evokes the right horror of the image? One of my big inspirations, I should probably put this up here. One of my big inspirations for this someone's going to tell me I'm absolutely butchering his name there. Jeff Vandermeer. This was... Wow, did I get that right? Holy shit, I got his name right. And I got the fucking title right. Hell yeah. This came out in 2014. Who published it? Who's the publisher? Publisher Farrar. Okay. This is probably my favorite like horror novel, horror movie of all time. If you haven't seen Annihilation, there's very few 10 out of 10s for me for horror. This motherfucking thing is one of them. Okay? Like, you should be checking this one out. Yeah. Even if you're not into horror, I think Annihilation is still worth checking out because it doesn't do a whole lot of... It really doesn't do jump scare. This does not do jump scare, scary, spooky, right? So, like, if you're really, like, not into jump scares, you'll probably still really get into this one, okay? Annihilation is just fucking beautiful about how it evokes this... It does cosmic horror in a way that no other movie has ever done, is what I'll say. And I've got to leave it at that. It's so fucking good. Please go check out Annihilation. And to that credit, actually, have I read China Melville's Perdido Street Station? I have it. It's in my immediate TBR. Crow actually recommended it to me. So I do own it. I have read the first 20 pages, and I can see what kind of, like, world this is going for. I can tell I'd be super into it. but then they announced stuff going on with the Cosmere RPG, and I had to get caught up on Stormlight. So this is in my TBR. He has a book with Keanu Reeves that looks interesting. Who? Oh, Jeff Vandermeer? That's another one you wish there was an RPG for. I mean, have you thought about just like using the world guide and like the book as a world guide and then just like running it in the RPG of your choice? Way of Kings is so good so far. Oh hell yeah, I'm glad to hear it. China Melba. Oh, interesting. There was one I was just thinking of that I was like, yeah, that also inspired this. Who did? Wrote a book with Keanu. That's interesting. God, I might honestly rewatch the HBO Chernobyl miniseries again. God, it's so good. Craig Mazin. Let's see. Right, and then it was. So it was just an HBO production. It's called The Book of Elsewhere, based on Berserker. Huh. Me and my mom are literally theory crafting with each other about the. Do I have a digital copy of Dragon Magazine issue 352? No, I don't actually. Okay. Yeah, I like the idea that this is evoking this kind of horror, and I like to do horror in a way that is not like, God, how do I put this, man? Like, yeah, hey, what up, Gavin? Doing this in a way that isn't like, I would love the situation to say all the horror, not, yeah, one sec. There we go. Stalker. You know what? I need to really play through Stalker. Jeez, sorry about the flashbang there. Yeah, I know I need to actually play through and like beat Stalker. It's very, very, yeah, it looked really interesting. Keith Rawson, hey, welcome. There is actually, talking about all this, so like, there is something really compelling about that style of post-apocalyptic or like nuclear wasteland kind of thing that I was always a little bit curious, because I think the next evolution of Vagabond was inevitably going to step into like post-apocalyptic like nuclear at some point, right? Like, I have ideas for where I want to take Vagabond, but inevitably, if I don't make it, it'll whatever, right? So I didn't. It's so funny how like an idea just doesn't manifest until like I can hear a word, or like there's something that just kind of like, ooh, and then suddenly gears start churning, and I don't know why it is, but just like a certain phrase or whatever. So I mean, this is not an announcement, but like, if it came down to it where I was like, yeah, it's time to do that, I do have the name for what Vagabond in like post-apocalyptic nuclear whatever would be, and I know that I would want to go into that territory with it, more like Stalker, not like Fallout, more like Chernobyl, right? No, I'm good in Darius. I'm good. I don't even know really why you were wanting me to look at it. Yes. Yep. So, I don't know, I was toying around with this last night and I was like, yeah, this is too fucking cool not to like actually manifest at some point. If people are going to be wanting it, then I'm gonna say like this is the setting of what it would be. Am I remaking by 5? Hey, what up, Fred? I have remade a couple of them, but then I'm also just kind of throwing in some different concepts because it's easier in the system to kind of express there, right? Yeah, I think this is such a dope-ass name that I was like, yeah, that's gotta be the setting that we go for. The idea of being like, no, this needs to be more of a rebuild the world style thing, you know? Yeah. But this would actually be, since the Vagabond core would be there, then I've just got to figure out what I want to do about class loads and things like that. But yeah. It has an article that will help 900% to understand Vaslag better. Verdino Street Station, Iron Council, and Scar. Vaslag. I am not sure what that's in reference to. So you say Verdino Street Station, I'm not sure. Vaslag? Valag, maybe? Vaslag. Oh, it's a fictional universe. Oh, China Marvel's... Okay. Oh. Oh, cool. Yeah, I like I said, I hadn't really gotten super into it. I did see enough for knowing that there's fucking insect people in it, yeah. The first scene in fucking Perdino Street Station, I was like, oh, okay, here we go. It's also the name of the trilogy. Gotcha. Post-nuclear, like Fallout or Adventure Time / Ghibli? I don't think so, because I think enough people are going for that. So I think my thing is, whenever it comes to like post-nuclear, people either go in one of two directions with it. Either you do the Fallout thing, where it's a wacky end of the world, like, I don't want to see the world on fire, right? Or you see them go into like Adventure Time route, where it's like, everything's happy and bubbly, and then there's this hidden, you know, darkness underneath it, where it's like, actually it was bombs, right? And I'm like, I kind of like just embracing the idea that it's like pulpy action in that, right? Like, I like going more in that route, and I think it would be easier to embrace Vagabond in a post-apoc as more of a, like, I don't want to say horror, but kind of horror. It needs to be very clear that it's like, you know, yeah, the world ended, or like there is a catastrophe that has occurred. So it might not even necessarily be like, that might be all of my things kind of in a way with Vagabond, is like, even the fantasy world I have kind of pictured, I can't help it. I really love the idea that like some kind of fantasy catastrophe just happened. It's your job now to go out and find the rest of the world. What happened, right? I love leading it off like that. And the entire premise of the game is you guys finding hex grids to like, or hex crawls to piece in and make the world, right? Like, I think that's so fucking sick. Say I got hired by Cartoon Network to make Adventure Time supplement for Vagabond and you have total freedom. What do I do? I mean, I don't technically have total freedom there because I've got to stick to Adventure Time, right? So like, you know, like, what would I do? Well, first off, I'd love to go out and get a beer with Pendleton Ward and kind of pick his brain. I guess I'd try to figure out, like, if it really needed class structure, or if it needed, like, a start of, like, this is your archetype, right? Go with archetype instead of class, maybe. And then, like, kind of devolve from there, you know? Post-apocalypse should be dark or dark mixed with Gonzo. Yeah, I feel like I would rather take Vagabond away from the Gonzo, right? I would rather like Vagabond's post apoc be like, no, let's like it's got to be a thing where I go like, yeah, the world ended. You guys are trying to rebuild, so there's some hope, but like there's still fucked up problems with that, you know. What's the main threat of post-apocalypse? Mutants, radiation, chaos for society. I mean, all of those, you know, like that could all be themes that you explore. I think with like in a fantasy setting, you're looking at like, you know, orcs, magical ley lines that leak. Yeah, and then just chaos versus society is, you know, you get all that, right? Yeah, so I think rather than do like kind of the Fallout style thing with Vagabond, I think I would like to go more in the route of, you know, Annihilation or Chernobyl or you know, Stalker, right? Stalker versus Fallout. You know, there's already a Fallout RPG. There's going to be plenty of games that go into that direction, and I'm like, nah, I'd kind of like to go like pull it back and maybe figure out like this direction instead. You know, you can have the crafting system, everything is there, but like, yeah, you can't wait for that new Stalker game. It looks good. It's crazy how big the Stalker fandom seems to be now. Like, I never really heard anything about that series, like all the way up until I was like 25, and then suddenly everyone was like, "This was the game that Fallout should have been." And then I played it, and I was like, "It's very fucking good." I played like 3 hours of it, God, a couple years ago. I think I actually stopped playing it because I ran into technical issues with it, and I don't remember what. I haven't played Metro either, but again, I've heard really good shit. I could probably play it sometime. I do own it. I just haven't played it. Like, dude, my Steam library is fucking shameful. Like, you don't know how many games I bought. Like, I bought years ago and just never played. I was like, yeah, I would get behind that. All right, that'd be sick. And then just never did it. What are my thoughts on Mutant Year Zero? You have the quick start, but I've not looked too closely into the game. If it's using the Year Zero engine, I'm gonna say it's probably pretty fucking good. Look, anything Free League is putting out there, I'm just gonna let you guys know, it probably fucks, alright? Like, yeah, not even having gone through it, I'm gonna just say it probably fucks. Yeah. A Metro stream, Steam would be pretty cool. Wait. Being a YouTuber means opening stream and then accidentally making a video instead of playing opening Steam and then accidentally making a video instead of playing a game. Dude, this is another problem where like I have so many games that I'm like, yeah, this would be great to play, but like I want to save it for stream, for like a stream, and then do it on stream or whatever, and then like it never happens, and then I'm like, oh, I never played that game, and then it gets buried, right? How big is my library? Man, I was just playing Against the Storm this morning. By the way, if you haven't played this, holy fucking shit, it's very good. All right. Against the Storm. This is like an easy jam kind of, yeah. Balatro. Look, this is how fucking degenerate I've been on Balatro. All right, 400 hours on that shit. Yeah. Have I really put in 660 hours on Elden Ring? Man, I feel like for whatever reason I put in more time on Balatro at this point. Yeah, I believe that on Barony. Dark and Darker. I still haven't played this. I haven't played it on Steam yet. I have played a demo of it, but this had a whole drama erupt with it and everything. If you know, you know. How do I see how many games are in my library? Look, there's some that I fucking have some years that are collapsed. Oh my god. Genital jousting, holy shit. I was like, I don't have many porn games on here. And then I was like, open this one and it was like Okay, I can explain. Okay. If you've never seen this game, it is very fucking funny. Okay, you can see in your profile. Like, I click here. Man, I don't know if this doesn't reveal any info, right? Hang on. Oh, was that the gates? Oh, 275. You have 900 plus games on Steam. Holy shit. Yeah, it says I've got 275. Wow. You got like 120 free games because of Epic Games. Yeah, I'm like, okay, what? Now you're making me wonder. Okay, here, I'll show you, like, here's the games that I know that I want to get to, like, at some time within the next year. I have got to get through the whole game of Hylix. I will probably make this a stream because I love so much of the shit going on in this game, but everyone plays it and they just kind of do the like, whoa, it's a surreal fucking crazy cuckoo land, right? But like, dude, there's a lot of really smart game design decisions going on around Hylix that like super deserve talking about. The way that you heal in this game alone is like super fucking smart. We're playing Cypher with Kedhuff on the 19th of September as part of the Game Master Roundtable. You're welcome, Taron, if you have time. I appreciate the invite. That's my birthday. So I think we're doing stuff that night. But I appreciate the invite, Fred. I really do. Hylix, a cool surreal RPG. You watch Need a Rat. Yeah, I want to actually go through this. I want to actually play it on stream at some point. It looks... yeah. I can appreciate so much of what the hell is going on with this. It's just... I haven't gotten to it yet. I will probably do this on stream at some point. Have I heard Lisa the Painful RPG? No, I have not. Oh yeah, I did another playthrough of Chrono Trigger earlier this year. God, yeah. Velvedek, Maxwell recommended that I play this one. Again, looks really cool. This one came up, and I was interested in it. I like the art style and everything, but holy fucking shit, this came from out of nowhere and was like one of my happiest surprises I have played, like, I've ever played. This one came up, and on a total whim, I picked it up. This is like, dude, Doom meets, it's like, what would I call this? It's like Doom meets Gauntlet set in like an Elric of Melniboné style world. Like, dude, Dread Delusion? This game was fucking sick. If you haven't played it, I highly recommend it. It's not like an RPG, like it's an action RPG, but like it plays like Doom, and it's really good, like really fucking good. If you're into the like, oh, okay, crazy kind of dark, grim sort of world, it's inspired by Morrowind. Okay, it was good, really good. I think that like it's probably one of the most solid like 8 to 9s I've ever played. Really fucking great game. Haven't gotten to Hades 2 yet. I have said so many times I was gonna actually get to it. I bought it, haven't actually gotten to it. Although I have heard that essentially the entire game is in the early access. I've been waiting because I was worried about starting it in early access. And I was just like, what if I get to a point where I want more? Have I played, I played Lunacid? I'm not familiar with it. I haven't heard of it. I got this one as a freebie. Slice and Dice. Again, holy fucking shit. This game came out on itch.io, and like the creator got so much love for it over there, he developed it into its whole like an actual goddamn huge game. And like, dude, Slice and Dice as a little like dungeoneer like roguelite thing, fucking dope. Always loved it. Moonstone Island. A lot of people were talking about this one being really fun. I played it for, it says 15 hours. I think I left it on overnight one time. This is fun, but it felt more like, you know, Stardew Valley. If you like that, you like that. It's like Stardew Valley meets Pokemon. Yeah. Slice and Dice is a 10 out of 10. This game is fucking dope. I think if I was to say like games I'm immediately seeing that I'm like 10 out of 10s that I've played, Balatro is probably one of the greatest games I've ever played. The designer coming from out of fucking nowhere and dropping this hot shit on us, dude. This is do not pick this fucking game up if you are trying to get anything done with your life. This game is legitimately digital meth. Like, holy shit. I don't know how to describe how goddamn addictive this game is. Other than you see my playtime right here, this is essentially a very light poker roguelite, but it's crazy how addictive it is. Barony is a 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Great roguelike dungeon crawler. One of my favorite games of all time. I still pull it up and lose like 5 hours at a time to it. Fucking incredible game. Elden Ring, 10 out of 10. Everybody knows me, knows why I think it's a 10 out of 10. Slice and Dice, I'd say it's a 9, but like closer to a 10. Very, very good game. Dread Delusion, very happy with this one. Fallout 4 was really, really good. You know, I still think I prefer Fallout New Vegas, but you know, yeah. Oh, it's a Kingsfield-like game. Interesting. I'll have to check that one out. I will probably, as I'm looking for more shit to do in October, I might stream Signalis live, because it's such a cool horror game. I was really into it, but I also kind of felt like I had a lot of shit come up. But Signalis, I want to get back into this game. This felt so fucking cool that I want to give it all of my attention. Of course, there's Undertale. I've heard very good things. Quick Quest was a fun thing to pick up, and yeah. God damn it. Best party game I've ever played. Lethal Company is so goddamn good. This thing was goddamn meme fodder, by the way. Yeah, his Signalis is the horror lesbian game in space. Yep. Yeah. This game is such a fucking meme. God, I still got the Balatro demo. That's probably why I think I've been playing more Balatro than what's showing on there. Yeah, 41.5 hours. Again, I gotta play Hylics. Lucky Time was a happy surprise. Wow, I do have Helldivers. Wait. Oh no, I refunded it. Okay, yeah. I picked up Helldivers, played it for like an hour, and I was like, alright, I don't really have the time to get into this one, and everyone seems to be getting really, really into it. So I'm like, I'm good. Root. Really, really good board game. Go check it out if you're into that. I have, yeah, look at my stupid playtime on this one, right? I actually had to uninstall Civilization 6 because I was losing my goddamn mind. This game is, again, way too goddamn addictive. Yeah. The Upturned, this is by Zeekers, the same person that made Lethal Company. Fucking hilarious horror game. Horror little puzzle platformer. Really, really good. World of Horror was fantastic. I played a bit of Sekiro. I haven't been able to really get into the game yet. Again, it's requiring a lot of time. I do have Fear and Hunger on here. I think I got it for free. Sims 6 12 plus hour stream win. Yeah. Maybe we just do like a drunk Civ like fucking stream sometime. I did finally buy all the Resident Evils. Everyone's been telling me that I need to play them. I did buy them all. Maybe that's what we do in October. I bought Dead by Daylight because Sarah plays it a lot, and I was always like, yeah, I should get into that at some point because if nothing else, to play with them. But yeah, I haven't really played Dead by Daylight much at all. Okay, if you like settlement and civilization builders, pick up Farthest Frontier. Really happy little surprise here. I fucking love the SimCity style games. Like, I love that simulationist style, like settlement building, all that shit, right? Farthest Frontier is like the best medieval city builder game I have ever played. Like, you start out super feudal and build it up into, like, you know, castles and shit. This game is like, there have been hundreds of games come along that wanted to do what the early access of this has already completed. Fucking fantastic civilization simulator. Core Keeper was great. I've lost a bunch of hours to this one. What's she fucking at? Go figure. Vice City, because it's Vice City, right? No Dwarf Fortress. I think I owned it at one point. I think I did own it at one point. I do have Rift World. How long has it been since I played that? We'll probably roll into it later. FTL is a 10 out of 10. Dude, I tried streaming this one. This is one of my favorite games ever made. Unfortunately, the snow took out that stream, and I never was able to like really get kind of back up and going with it. The Long Dark, if you haven't played this one, go get it. Go fucking get it right now. If you're into like any survival games, like if you grew up with like Minecraft and you're like, oh, it'd be cool to get into something like that, but you want to embrace more of the hardcore like survival side of it, this is one of the best games you will ever play. Oh my god, The Long Dark is so fucking good. FTL. 10 out of 10. Those of you that know. Long Dark is made by a dev where you live. Imagine that. FTL. It's so goddamn good. Yeah, there's Caves of Cood. Caves of Cood. Could. This one's cool. I don't know that I super get it quite yet, but I like the idea. It's fun. Everdell. I think Everdell is going to wind up being like one of the highest rated board games of all time. It's so goddamn good. Islands of Caliph was a fun little happy accident to run into. Of course, there's Skyrim. I'm surprised that's only 568 hours. Please go play this. Wait, what? They put Hatsune Miku in the fucking Crypt of the Necrodancer. Oh, that's hilarious. For the King. Oh yeah, For the King was really good. Baldur's Gate 3 that I still haven't played. Octopath, go pick this one up. It's only 11 hours on here. I played more on Switch. Whoo! This game, Citizen Sleeper, as I found out, Citizen Sleeper is getting its own TTRPG. This is based off of what I think is the Blades in the Dark engine. I believe it's either Blades in the Dark or Havoc. But if you've ever been curious about playing like Blades in the Dark or that style of game, Citizen Sleeper is really goddamn close to that engine. Sci-fi, space scrapper, mystery thing. It's fucking cool. All right, go check it out. I do own it. Okay. To all y'all that have been asking, I do own it. You can see I've only played 20 minutes of it. I do own it. I know that I want to play it on stream. I've had people asking. Even Val, fucking Corporate and Curiosities, told me she wanted to hear my thoughts on it. Hey, where can you buy Vagabond? You should see my shop down below. My Shopify link will be able to take you over and pick that one up. But yeah, thanks for asking. Yeah, I have not been able to get to play it yet. You saw that you just saw that they made a CBR plus Punk one shot. Wait, who? You were just about to ask about Disco. Yeah, I own it. I haven't played it yet. I have heard this is like one of the best games of all time. I just haven't played it yet. I've been trying to find the time for it. Team Fortress 2. Cala Juarez? I was surprised at how fun this one was. If you want that Red Dead Redemption, but like kind of a Call of Duty feel, this is fun. Yeah. Catan. We don't talk about Catan. Mighty Switch Force. Wow. Surprisingly good platformer. It's from Way Forward, the guys that make Shantae. It's actually pretty damn good. Pick it up. Yeah. I've been told I need to play more of Grease. I did play about an hour of it. Had a good time with it. Baba Is You. Oh my god. Oh my god. This fucking game. If you want to try out a puzzle game, if you're a puzzle game person and you want a puzzle game that will make you completely rethink what puzzle games are like, Baba Is You is like, wow. This fucking game is incredible. It's a game where literally the puzzle is rewriting the rules of the game. And it's so goddamn good. Yeah, is your airplane switch game? Yeah, it's a programming game. Fucking Baba Is You is genius. You will... yeah, someone already said, so this is a programming game. Yeah, you're gonna feel... This game has a... What every puzzle game's goal should be is to make the player feel smart. You feel like a goddamn genius when you play Baba Is You. So good. So good. Darkest Dungeon. Oh, yeah. No, 100%. Dredge. Wow, I was not expecting this game to be as good as it was. This is a solid 9. A solid 9. It does have the DLC. I think it has 2 DLCs that I haven't played yet. I had a fucking great time with Dredge. And did not expect Fisherman horror game to be as good as it was. Fucking great. I did not get the hype for this game. I am so sorry. No, I'm not even sorry to anybody who is upset with me in chat over this. This is a brain rot platformer, Pizza Tower. The controls are fun. If you're into like the speedrunning stuff, then like maybe this game is like your goddamn crack. It was all right to me, but yeah, I played 30. Yeah, right here, right. I played 34 minutes, and I was like, I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, it was not for me. Wizorf was a cute puzzler. Yeah, I do have Metro right here, so I do own it. I will probably be checking it out. Okay, this fucking game I had to get rid of. I've had a lot of actually my game design stuff informed by this game right here. Smite, though, is... I have never seen a game dev so completely detached from their community than Hi-Rez. I got so sick and tired of dealing with the complete lack of moderation on their community. Smite got, to me at least, Smite was completely wrecked by the fact that like Hi-Rez refused to step in and start slapping some players down, you know. Did you miss me gushing about Balatro? I still don't forgive you. Dude, Deficient, I am so sorry. I told Deficient about this like what, 2 days ago, and I was like, dude, trust me, it's fucking great, but do not pick it up if you have anything you're trying to do that's productive whatsoever. You have a project you're trying to complete, you should not buy it. You should not buy it. And then he goes and fucking buys it. Dude, it's so fucking good. So goddamn good. Again, I own Triangle Strategy. I just need to play it. Darkest Dungeon, of course, this game's fucking incredible. Yes. I've heard really good things about Road Warden. It felt really fun whenever I picked it up. Haven't been able to really get through it yet. I do own Pathfinder Kingmaker for some reason, which at some point I might give a shot, since it'll be the computer having to track Pathfinder's action economy and not my noggin. No, not this one. Potion Permit was the one that was the one that Sarah was recommending that I check out. There's Dark Souls 3, Dark Souls Remastered. Alchemia. Okay. This is such a bizarre thing. This feels like I stumbled into some dark web side of Steam whenever I discovered this. Pick up Yakuza 0. It's almost always on sale for dirt cheap. You like most of the series. Okay. I don't know how to describe this game. Hang on. Because it's a game. Hang on. Okay, this is a game. Oh my god. But it's just like a book. And you're just flipping through like an animated PDF. But there's hundreds of pages. And there's like a puzzle to decode. I'm like, this thing is fucking fascinating to me. There's all these pages that are hinting at some kind of something more going on to it, but there's no way for you to fill it in. You're just experiencing what somebody wrote, and it looks like a fucking madman like went through this thing. This is like Diary 29. I've never heard of that. I was fascinated with this. Oh, I said hundreds of pages. Wait, is that really it? Okay, maybe I misremember that. But yeah, so there's like ciphers. There's like all kinds of shit in this book that you're like trying to decode to see what the fuck ever is going on with this. I got it for free one day and I was like, the hell? And I never really got super far into it. But it's a concept, you know? But yeah, you can just, if you hit the exit button, that's it. There's no other way to interact with it. Diary 29 equals an actual book with puzzles and links, a small ARG you buy and play once. Huh. I'll keep that one in mind. That's interesting. Where were we on this? Okay, so there was Stalker. Yeah, there we go. Because I went, oh god, dude. Frostpunk. Yeah, if you're into that settlement builder kind of a thing, go check this one out. This one actually just got a board game, and it was at Gen Con 2023, and I got to check it out. It looks really cool. I mean, the board game is very showy. It looks really cool. But like, this to me was solving a lot of my big qualms I had with settlement builders. It doesn't really let you just stick around and like watch as something SimCity's out into being this grand metropolis. You're on a fucking time limit. Like, there is a nuclear winter that has hit, and you have like, you've got to go. You've got to like keep things moving. Things will start burning down, or things will start burning out. You're going through coal like crazy to try and keep people warm. This game is rough, but I love the grim civilization builder like this. God, Frostpunk is really cool. I see Overdin, I think you remember me streaming it. I don't think I streamed it. I think I talked about it. But no, I don't think I actually streamed it. Where did you see Overdin? It should be the Return of Overdin, right? I didn't see it yet. We're gonna scroll down. God, fucking, what a fall from grace that fucking series has had. God, if I could refund, yeah, I spent two and a half hours on it, and I was just like, I'm good, no more. All the Tomb Raider games. I actually just replayed Tomb Raider not super long ago. Wow, I guess it was 2 years, huh? Yeah, god damn, what a great game. This is a 10 out of 10. What more can you say? Red Dead Redemption 2 is... This game is... This is holy territory, okay? Like, it's fucking sacred ground. There we go. There's Return of Overdin. Jesus Christ. I might replay this because I don't remember much of what happened in it. If I could replay Overdin for the first time again, oh my god, I would love it. If I've forgotten enough about it to where I could replay it, I would fucking love to do this on stream. Dude, Overdin is one of my favorite puzzle games I've ever played. I'll circle back around on that. October might be a lot of like streaming video game shit instead of just talking TTRPG. No. Oh my god, what a fucking letdown. I was watching this game like for a while because the graphical style seemed like fun. And then I got on and fucking played it. Look, this is the cursed playtime right here. If you see... What was that? What are you doing, bud? Has tragically not fallen out of your brain yet. Ever since you played it the first time, I've been eagerly awaiting the moment where I can forget it. Yeah, I think I actually hit that. I think I actually hit that this year, so I might actually play Oberdin again on stream. Yeah, if I could, dude, whoever could figure out a way to make like turn this into a franchise or just replicate what this developer did for other games, this is the best mystery game ever made. I dare anybody come up with a better mystery game than Return of the Obra Dinn. God, it's so fucking good. I cannot drive home how goddamn good this game is. Like, and I've heard that the developer was like, look, I did Obra Dinn, but there is no way I can do another one. Like, the developer was like, the amount of shit that I went through in order to make that game what it was, I can't do that again. And I'm like, God, I get it, but still, dude. Because this is the same developer that made Papers, Please, if I remember right. I think it's the same dev that did that one. It's tragically not fallen out. Oh, yeah. Inscription, which that's a great... Yeah, cursed by the fact that it's Subverts Expectation Secret ARG. Thank God the Casey's mom was made... Yes! Yeah. Papers, Please guy, yeah. Yeah, RimWorld, another 10 out of 10. Just saying. I actually like it more than I like Dwarf Fortress. Factorio, look, 35.2 hours. Yeah. God, what a fucking stupid meme game. We bought this for all the jokes online, and yeah. Inscription, 10 out of 10. But, like Gavin just said in chat, this is a 10 out of 10. After you play the story mode, if you immediately go over into Casey's mod, you'll get infinite replayability out of this game. So good. Outer Wilds. I haven't actually played through the whole thing. I know. I own it. It looks fantastic. I had a real good time. I haven't played through the whole thing yet. I haven't beaten it yet. I think I've done about 2 hours of it. But yeah. Did I see the official trading cards they made for Inscription? No. What? They have official trading cards? Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, it's $150 though. God, it's really good. It's really good. Dude. Man. Yeah, I'd have to... Wait. You were part of the ARG for Inscription day one? What? You were part of the ARG for Inscription? What? Okay, do tell, like, feel free to do that. I'm gonna keep this going, but like, you were with the community solving it? Like, wait, so you weren't part of like the ARG in the game? Because that's what that sounded like. Now I'm invested. Yeah, now I'm invested. What? Oh, it's okay. I was like, what? What is dude? Okay. Somebody recommended this, and I don't remember who, but I was like, okay, what is this? Bought it for like $2 or something, and I was like, oh, okay. Well, I'm not going to refund that because, like, developer, you know, whatever. It's a little small dev, but yeah. Amnesia, I don't really get. It's okay. I still need to play through all The Witcher. I haven't. I'm sorry. I played through a bit of it. It was good, but yeah. The prize package in Inscription was buried in a park that's like 10-minute drive from your house. What the fuck? What? Dude, what? God, how weird. Okay, look, you've probably heard all the rumors about whether or not this Dark Souls is the bad one. Yes, it's the bad one. All right, like there's objectively problems going on with Dark Souls 2. I should probably actually sit down and like go through the entire series game by game. But yeah, Dark Souls 2 is pretty fucking rough. Cult of the Lamb was fantastic. Slay the Spire is a 10 out of 10. I had to uninstall it because I was getting too hooked. There's Stalker right here. Fantastic game. This was such a... I got so exhausted with this game. Potion Craft. Yeah. Loop Hero. If you haven't played this fucking game, go get it right goddamn now. I don't know how else to put it. Loop Hero is one of the best roguelites you'll ever play. Whatever happened with this? Infernax is fantastic, Castlevania-esque. Yeah. Really, really good game. Yeah. If you're looking for something to do that's going to occupy a day, this is a pretty good pickup right here. The soundtrack is actually incredible. Final Fantasy X. Okay, I laughed at that. I wasn't expecting it. It's really good. I have great memories of this one. Of course, Terraria, Borderlands 2, Roller Coaster Tycoon Deluxe. I forgot I had that. Oh man. That's super funny. How much Among Us did I play? I did not play this much. No, I did not play this much Among Us. When would this have been? Who the fuck would I have possibly played Among Us with at that time? I don't know. I don't know who the hell I actually would have played that with. Did I hear that Isaac is getting an online co-op update later this year? No. Huh. Quarantine? I mean, maybe. Maybe? Yeah, it was 40 hours of Sasivaka. Firewatch is fantastic. Yeah, wow, it is only 4 hours long, huh? I was very happy with that 4 hours, though. Yeah, this game was fucking great. I don't really go for narrative games all that much. Firewatch is a fucking fantastic one. The soundtrack is incredible. The mystery building, everything with this, absolutely great. Absolutely fantastic. Stardew Valley. Yeah, it's there. I put 100 hours into it, you know. Didn't really play much of Rust. Hades is incredible. Don't Starve, I put in a lot of time in on. Starbound, I'm actually shocked it's that high. Starbound was really quite good, though. Haven't beaten Nier, even though I've had a lot of people tell me I would fucking love it. This was okay. I know, that's going to piss some people off because, you know, they're all simping out for 2B, alright? Before you get really, really mad at me. Just felt confusing to me. I didn't know what the hell was going on, and I kind of just... Yeah. The Master Chief Collection. There you go. Outer Wilds. There you go. Actually, I would continue streaming. But that's about the 5th or 6th time I keep hearing what sounds like my neighbor's banging on the wall. Here, let me actually take a break. Well, okay. I would keep going. Let me see what's going on. You're waiting for Light No Fire to come. Yeah. That looks fucking pretty dope. I'm gonna go ahead and peace out actually, but we'll be back tomorrow because I do want to continue working on some stuff. Let me go see because I keep hearing shit going on outside and I don't know what the fuck is up. But yeah, I don't know. That was fun, but let me go see what's happening here. Thank you all so much for hanging out. We'll be back tomorrow with other shit, but yeah, we're still making a Shadowdark book, all right? So stick with me, and yeah, I will see you guys.